Alexander Graham Bell was born on March 3, 1847 in Edinburgh, Scotland. He was deeply influenced by his family work in speech and hearing sciences. His grandfather and father were both experts in elocution and speech therapy. Bell's father, Alexander Melville Bell, developed visible speech, a system to help deaf individuals learn to speak. This early exposure to the study of sound and communication shaped Bell's lifelong fascination with acoustics and technology. In 1870, Bell and his family moved to Canada, and shortly after he relocated to Boston, Massachusetts, where he became a professor teaching deaf students. His work in sound transmission led him to explore ways to send human voice over electrical wires, ultimately leading to his groundbreaking invention of the telephone. On March 7, 1876, Bell was awarded United States Patent number 174465 for the invention of the telephone, a device that would revolutionize global communication. His patent covered that method of an apparatus for transmitting vocal or other sound telegraphically, essentially the principles of the telephone as we know it today. However, Bell was not the only inventor working on voice transmission technology. Eliza Gray, an electrical engineer, was also developing a similar device at the same time. In a dramatic turn of events, Bell slower submitted his patent application just a few hours before Gray filed his own patent caveat. This led to a heated legal battle over who had truly invented the telephone first. Ultimately, Bell was awarded the patent, securing his place in history. Just 3 days after receiving his patent on March 10, 1876, Bell conducted the first success telephone call in history. In his Boston laboratory, he spoke to his assistant Thomas Watson, saying the now famous word, "Mr. Watson, come here, I want to see you." Watson, who was in another room, heard Bell's voice through the device and immediately responded, proving that speech could be transmitted electronically. Bell telephone changed the world. Before its invention, communication was limited to written letters and the telegraphs, which could only transmission code message. The telephone allowed instantaneous, real-time voice communication, paving the way from the modern telecommunication industry. Bell co-founded the Bell Telephone Company in 1877, which later became AT&T, one of the largest communication companies in the world. His work laid the founder for the further innovation, including mobile phones and in the internet. Despite his success, Bell continued inventing in other fields including audiology, aeronautics, and medical devices. He worked extensively with the deaf community, and his contribution to speech therapy remain influential today. However, his name remains most closely associated with the telephone, one of the most important inventions in human history. Alexander Graham Bell's invention of the telephone marked a turning point in human communication. His relentless pursuit of innovation and his deep understanding of sound transmission transformed the way people interact across distances. The telephone laid the foundation for modern telecommunication, connecting the world in ways never before imagined. If Alexander Graham Bell had not invented the telephone, how do you think global communication would have evolved? Would another inventor have eventually created the telephone, or would technology have taken a completely different path?